Alright guys, how you doing? Orvis25 here. So today I'm bringing you a video where we're going to quickly look at the Liitokala Lii-600 charger unit. And reason I'm bringing you this video is because I could not for the life of me find anything in English about this charger. I guess it's still too new to the market. It's been out for a while in Russia, China, and some of the other more European slash Asian countries, but I can't find anything in English, so I figured I'd do a quick video for you guys about unboxing and comparing this thing and kind of just showing off how it works, but comparing it to the old Liitokala chargers so that you can make the best buying decision for yourself. Alright, so getting into this thing. So here's the Liitokala Lii-600. Unfortunately, my box is pretty beat up. I purchased this one directly from Liitokala, but they did not pack it in bubble wrap or anything. They just put it in a plastic bag and shipped it to me. So box is pretty beat the hell. I had to tape up some holes in the box and stuff like that to do this video. So not too cool, Liitokala, but moving on with my life here. Here's all the different types of cells that it charges. Mainly, I'm only interested in the 18650, the AA and the AAA batteries. But it supports a variety of lithium-ion, nickel metal hydride, and nickel cadmium batteries. As we can see here on the front, it's multifunction. It's got a control chip in there that makes it smart and safe. It can charge and analyze, and it supposedly has some fast charging options up to 3 amps, so pretty cool. Taking a look at the specifications, we can see that the input is 12 volt 5 amps, output is listed there. It has a LCD display. Its standby current is less than 15 milliamps. There's its size, and the weight is 303 grams. Ooh, couldn't just shave off 3 grams there. And it's made in China. So, the Lii-600 here is kind of like the evolutionary, step, or, the predecessor, or the, or not the predecessor, but the next step in the Liitokala family. I also own, direct from Liitokala, the Liitokala Lii-500, and I also own the Liitokala Lii-500S, which was kind of the revised copy. So I'll be doing a real brief comparison of the 600 versus the 500 and the 500S. But let's get into the unboxing here. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy opened up without further ado and me rambling on. So opening up the box here, we can see that the Liitokala manual is included. So for the Lii-600, cool thing. The charger itself and the power supply. So let me put the charger off to the side. We'll take a look at that in just a second. But for the power options, I opted in for the dual charging option package. So I got the car charger here, which is for 12 volt to use the charger in case I'm in my car and have this thing or need to use it in my car. If it was only like $1 more, I didn't see a reason not to. And then we also have the power brick and power cord. I much prefer this style of power supply compared to the old Liitokala styles, which are like the power bricks, where the brick is all the way down by the plug. So as soon as you plug it into the wall, it blocks the port next to it. So I'm much happier to have like this laptop style, where you can plug this into the wall and then you can use the outlet right next to it. It also seems to use a pretty standard plug jack too. So if you ever lose this, you can probably replace this very cheaply. So pretty happy to see that. All right, let's put this off to the side a little bit and let's look at the charger. Charger comes in a plastic bag. Not too happy with that. Should have probably came in some bubble wrap like all the other chargers that I've ever bought from Liitokala. So another cost-cutting measure there that I'm not too happy about. But here's the charger itself, the Liitokala Lii-600. And here's the back for you. All right, so I'm going to compare the Liitokala Lii-600 to the 500, which was the old granddaddy, which is what a lot of people know Liitokala for, is the Liitokala L500 or the Lii-500. And I'm also going to compare it to the Liitokala Lii-500S, which was kind of the updated copy. Not going to do a real in-depth comparison, but I will plug them all in, put them side by side, and kind of show you the differences of them. So give me a minute. I will go ahead and unbox all my stuff, get it plugged in, and then we can take a look at it. So be right back. All right, guys, I am back and everything is plugged in, so we can take a look at the 500, the 600, and the 500S. Before we do, though, I do, if I don't hit my camera here, want to pan up a little bit and show you guys these plugs. So this is what I'm talking about, the power bricks at the end where it plugs into the wall versus the 600, which has the power brick in the middle, so it can plug into anything, much like the 600 version, a lot more than the old version, so good job, Liitokala, for that. Here we go. So the 500, we're going to go from the oldest to the newest. I have an 18650 here to help us demonstrate what these chargers have so that we can take a look at what would be the best for you. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the 500 has reverse polarity of the 600 and the 500S. So the 500 has negative at the top and positive at the bottom versus the 600 and 500, which has positive at the top, negative at the bottom. So when you plug it in, make sure that your positive, whoop, if I don't drop my battery, make sure your positive is not at the top when you put it. It also has the spring mechanism working in opposite, where these ones pull down, the 500, the oldest one, pushes up. So just keep that in mind. I don't know if that's really something that matters, but some people like it, some people don't. So anyway, plugging in our cell here, the 500 has a charge mode, a fast test mode, and a normal test mode. It can also give you a voltage reading, an internal resistance estimate, and a variety of different charge currents, but the maximum is 1000 milliamp hours. All right, moving on to the 500S, the revised model, the upgraded model of the 500, the classic, which everyone kind of recommends. 500S, like I said, this one is reversed, so positive at the top, negative at the bottom, and it springs not from the top, so I cannot push it up like in the 500. I have to push it down to put the battery in, which I personally prefer, but you know, whatever, everyone to their own. So this one has a touch screen instead of a button style. So if I hit mode here, whoop, I waited too long. If you hold, it'll go back to the mode. So we have a charge mode, a discharge mode, something the 500 did not have that you can actually just select normally, and a test mode. This one can also charge from 500, 700, 1000, or 2000 milliamp hours. It gives you a capacity rating, the voltage, and will tell you the channel. If you have multiple batteries plugged in, you can tap the button to select the different channels. But that's basically our quick and dirty rundown of the 500S, just to give you a quick overview. So, classic, low overall capacity. It's the oldest. It has the least quick charging capability. 1000 is its highest. The 500S, a little bit better. It can support up to 2000, at least for one cell. And the interface is a little bit more modern. Touchscreen, I'm not too fond of, at least on the 500S. I've used this thing for a while now. I've had a few issues with it, but not too many. Versus the buttons. Still a big fan of buttons versus touchscreens. But let's take a look at the Liitokala 600 here. So, like I said, same thing. Positive at the top, negative at the bottom. Charges now like that. So, let's take a look at our options. So, right off the bat, we have a lot more information on screen, but we have a charge mode, a discharge mode, a test mode, and a repair mode. Now, the repair mode, to my knowledge, is for overly discharged cells. It's supposed to try to repair them. Didn't read all the documentation on that, so, kind of a nifty feature, but I don't know a whole lot about it. It also tells you kind of an estimate of what it thinks the cell is, so it guessed this one right. This is a lithium ion 3.7 volt 18650, so it got that one right. We're on channel 1. Our charge modes, we have 1000, 1500, 2000, 2500, and 3000, and can go all the way as low as 250. It also gives us an internal resistance estimate, a temperature reading, which I think is one of the most important features that you can have. It's this little silver bar right here, tells you the temperature that the cell is at, instead of you having to use like an external laser thermometer to see if your battery is overheating or getting too hot as you charge and or discharge it. So that is a really nifty feature to have. It also, if I wake the screen back up here, gives you the time that it was charging, or in its test cycle, the overall milliamp hours of its charge and discharge, depending on what mode you're in, the current voltage, and an estimate of the capacity of that current cell. So we can see that it started charging at 250 milliamps. My battery's capacity is at 57%. That's its current voltage, and we put 2 milliamp hours into it already. Also has this nice little diagram of it, whether it's charging or discharging. So nifty little feature. There is also a automatic mode in this thing. So if you hold down the current, it switches to auto mode, which if I also hold down the mode key here. Come on. Come on. There we go. To change the mode, it kind of like automatically selects something. So if I go to charge and leave it in auto mode and hit current, it doesn't change anything. So if I hold the current button, it goes back into manual, and then I can manually select what I want. Just keep that in mind, guys. All right, so that's pretty much the quick and dirty rundown of the Liitokala Lii-600. The only other thing to show you is if we put multiple cells in here, we have different buttons light up. Now, they do turn green when the charge is complete, but to switch between them, the different channels, you can see that we're in channel 2. Just tap on the button to switch to the other channel, and then you can set every cell a little bit differently if you want. So if you want this cell charging at 1,000 and this cell charging at 250, guess what? You can set that up when you're in manual mode, and then you can monitor between the different cells. So like I said, very happy with this charger already. Haven't really even gotten to use it, but the big key feature that I really like about the Lii-600 over the 500S and the 500 is the temperature sensor. The fact that it supports a lot better higher charging currents, still has a discharge mode and the test mode are my big key things. But the thing that I'm liking and looking forward to testing will be the repair mode for overly discharged cells, because the method that I've been using to bring some of these cells back that I think will still work for these 18650s, if they're just a little too low on the voltage end, it errors out on the 500 and it errors out on the 500S. And the way that I've been getting around that isn't the safest, but I've kind of been jerry-rigging two cells together to kind of bump the voltage and then quickly throwing it in a charger just to get it to start. So hopefully this repair mode will slowly bring up that voltage as long as it detects that there's no problems, and then I can start reviving some of these slightly overly discharged cells instead of just tossing them out when they're still perfectly good as soon as you bring them back up. So anyway, there you go. That's the quick rundown. Sorry for this video being a little long and rambly, but you know, hopefully it's pretty useful for you guys, especially considering that I'm comparing it to the 500, the 500S, and the 600, which is the reason for this video. So hopefully this information was helpful to you and will make it easier for you to figure out what purchase decision is right for you. So if you like content like that and want to support me, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and possibly subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Thanks for watching my video. If you like the content, please consider becoming a supporter on Patreon, and remember to subscribe to me on YouTube and my new library channel, where you can watch all my content on a non-YouTube platform. Also, remember to follow me on Twitter so that you can stay up to date whenever I go live or post new content. All links in the description. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.